Michael Jordan's widely regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time because of how talented and successful he was. One of the craziest achievements of the Hall of Famer's career is his perfect record in the NBA Finals. But many argue that his competition wasn't as tough as LeBron's. So in this video, we are going to be counting down the best players MJ's beat in the finals to see how good his opponents really were.
But first, a reminder about our brand new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2022 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Starting off, we have Dan Majerle in at number 10. Even though Dan wasn't a superstar during the 1990s, he was still one of the most elite defenders in the league. Not only was Majerle strong and athletic, but his hands and feet were quicker than almost everyone in the NBA. Plus, he was a terrific volume scorer and a sharpshooter who was never scared of the big stage. He even earned himself 3 All-Star appearances between 1992 and 1995. Since he was such a stud on defense, he was always responsible for guarding the opposing team's best player. And the 1993 NBA Finals were no different. The Suns were facing off against the Jordan-led Bulls, and even though Dan was such a superb defender, Jordan cooked him and the Suns in 6 games. His airness dropped 41 points per game in the series on some of the craziest efficiency you'll ever see. Next up, we have Kevin Johnson at number 9. Despite being super talented in his heyday, Johnson barely gets any love from fans and analysts nowadays. He could score lots of points, dish tons of dimes, and was super fast and athletic at the same time. When he was at his best, he was putting up 20 points, 10 assists, and 1 steal a game at the very least. Just like Majerle, he was a 3-time All-Star during his peak. But another thing he shares in common with Dan's, the fact that he simply couldn't guard MJ in the 1993 NBA Finals. It didn't matter whether Kevin or Majerle were guarding MJ. He was going off either way. Moving on, we have Shawn Kemp at number 8. Kemp was an absolute beast on both ends of the floor in the 1990s. His athleticism was unreal, and he made the game really exciting with his crazy dunks each time he went out on the court. And of course, he was grabbing almost every board for his team. His elite performances, season after season, earned the big man 6 straight All-Star appearances, as well as 3 selections to the All-NBA second team. In the 1996 NBA Finals, Kemp even gave Jordan a run for his money as he averaged 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks for the series. But it wasn't enough to beat Mike, who defeated the Supersonics in 6 games while putting up 27.3 points per game. Coming up, we have Gary Payton at number 7. Gary was one of the best defenders in NBA history during his prime, and if you were being guarded by him, you were in for a tough night. His spectacular defense won him the Defensive Player of the Year award in 1996 when he averaged almost 3 steals a game, which is just ridiculous. The glove was selected to 9 All-Star games as well as 9 All-NBA teams. But what's really impressive is the fact that he was a member of the NBA All-Defensive First Team for 9 straight years. Payton was Kemp's partner in crime during the Supersonics' fantastic run in the 1990s, and despite his unreal defense, he, much like many others, just couldn't stop the 6-time Finals MVP when they met in 1996. At number 6, we have James Worthy. Even though the Showtime Lakers were led by Kareem and Magic, James Worthy was an incredibly important piece of the puzzle as well. He was athletic and played effortlessly while putting up 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal during his peak years with the Lakers. Worthy's a 3-time 6-time NBA champ, 7-time All-Star, and a Finals MVP. Even though he and Jordan were great friends back in college, MJ didn't hold back against James as he led the Bulls past the Lakers in just 5 games while putting up 31 points, 11.4 assists, and 2.8 steals. Talk about sheer dominance. Though we think the series would have been more evenly matched if Worthy was healthy for Game 5. But hey, what's the point of focusing on hypotheticals, right? Following that, we have Clyde Drexler at number 5. Clyde the Glide was a super athletic, high-flying, 3-level scorer who grabbed offensive boards better than any other wing player. Drexler was going off year after year in the 1990s, earning himself an NBA championship and 10 All-Star selections, while making it to 5 All-NBA teams as well. In 1992, Clyde had the season of his life when he posted 25 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 6.7 rebounds per game. He was so good that people started wondering if he was better than Michael heading into 1992's NBA Finals. Of course, Jordan took that personally, and even though Clyde was great, Jordan was even better as he averaged 35.8 points with a true shooting of 52.6%, allowing Chicago to take the series in 6 games. Then at number 4, we have John Stockton. Stockton's regarded as one of the greatest point guards of all time, as he was the best at dishing dimes and stealing the ball. After all, he's still the all-time leader for both those stats, which displays how impactful he was on offense and defense. He was a phenomenal playmaker as he led the league in assists 9 seasons in a row, while leading the league in steals twice. What's more, he was selected as an All-Star 10 times while making it to 11 All-NBA teams and 5 NBA All-Defensive teams as well. Though the 6-time champ didn't care about how good Stockton was as he torched the point guard in 2 straight NBA Finals. His airness destroyed the Jazz in 6 games in both years, averaging 32 points in 1997 and 33.5 in 1998. Moving on, we have Charles Barkley in at number 3. When Sir Charles was in his prime, he was one of the best power forwards in the NBA, as he could do just about anything on both ends of the floor. He was selected to 11 All-Star games, 11 All-NBA teams, and even took home the league MVP in 1993 when he met Jordan in the finals. Chuck was putting up great stats in almost every game of the 1993 season, as he posted 25.6 points per game, coupled with 12.2 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 1.6 steals, and 1 block, leading the Suns to 62 wins. Barkley continued to be a menace throughout the playoffs and even the finals, where he put up 27.3 points per game while grabbing 13 boards. Unfortunately for him, he still fell short against the Bulls in 6 games. Even though Charles was nothing short of amazing in the finals, he couldn't do enough to be better than MJ, who put up a jaw-dropping 41 points per game. Now, for number 2, we have Karl Malone. While Chuck was a great power forward, Malone was even better. He was one of the greatest scorers of all time, and that's why he has the 3rd most points in NBA history with 36,928. In 10 of the 19 seasons he played, he averaged a double-double, and frankly speaking, he was a one-of-a-kind talent. During his illustrious 19-year career, the mailman earned himself 2 league MVPs and 14 All-Star selections. Plus, he made it to 14 All-NBA teams and 4 All-NBA defensive teams. Malone was a beast in both finals series against Jordan, averaging 23.8 points and 10.3 rebounds in 1997, while in 1998 he put up 25 points coupled with 10.5 rebounds. Though that clearly wasn't enough to get past the 5-time league MVP. Many would argue that Malone's the best player to have never won a ring. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Finally, at number 1, we have Magic Johnson. Magic's the greatest point guard in NBA history, so we don't think anyone will be surprised to see him being first on this list. He could do anything on the court, as his slender 6'9" frame gave him a massive advantage over all other point guards in the league. Johnson's ability to dish dimes and run the fast break offense like no other, while being able to defend literally any position in front of him, earned the point guard lots of respect, and most importantly, many achievements. In case you forgot how great he was, Magic won 5 NBA championships and was the Finals MVP for 3 of those victories. The craziest part's that his first one came when he was just a rookie, making him the only athlete in NBA history to win the Finals MVP in their first season. What's more, Johnson won 3 league MVPs and made 12 All-Star teams, as well as 10 All-NBA teams. If you thought his achievements stopped there, you're wrong, as he's a 4-time assists leader and 2-time steals leader. Considering his resume, all eyes were on the Magic vs. Jordan Finals matchup in 1991, but his airness wasn't intimidated by the Showtime Lakers, as he put on an all-around clinic that set the stage for the rest of his career. That's a wrap for this video. Do you guys agree with our list, or would you rearrange it? Let us know in the comments below. As always, remember to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.